You are beautiful, unless you're one of these ugly animals.
Let's talk about that. Good mythical morning.
You know, in this world, it can be tough to get people to agree on anything.
Yeah.
But today, we are hoping against hope that we are going to be able to agree on what is the ugliest animal in the world.
Because that matters. It matters so much that we're going to do something a little bit different today. It's time to get ranked. As you can see, we have a board here behind us with 5 slots wherein we are going to rank officially and forever the ugliest animals on Earth.
And each mythical crew member will be presenting their animal, and as they do that, we will put their animal in the spot of consideration, starting with Stevie.
Oh, that's an ugly thing.
That is the star-nosed mole.
I've heard of this.
Here's the kicker. That is the front end.
Oh, thanks for
that's what we're
clarifying.
looking at right now.
Okay, that is a face.
It looks to me like...
Because it does look like the exit.
Yeah. It looks like something is blown through the exit,
Ooh.
like on a quick way out.
Been there.
Yeah, like lack of fiber. Yeah.
That's actually what star-nosed means.
Okay.
I got star nose last night.
But it kind of looks like one of those horror movie, like scary characters. Or if a rat like really liked to consume children, but the children were like, no! And then they just like stuck their hands out.
Baby fingers.
Yeah, baby fingers.
Yeah, it could definitely be like the mascot for the fiber industry. It's like, don't let this happen to you.
It's like on cereal boxes.
Does he even have eyes?
It's blind, like those little fingery
you know it's a
things
he?
make it
That could be a woman.
feel around. But I think it has eyes that don't work, but you can't really see them.
That is nasty. I wouldn't want that for a face. That's definitely ugly. I think it's ugly.
At least the hands are pretty.
Okay, so I'm going to put this one at spot 3 just because I don't know what else is coming. You know, this is about as ugly of a thing as I can think of right now, but it's the only
It can
one.
move either way. We remain in our unbiased positions as we field the next presenter, who is...
Chase.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay,
That's
Chase.
Hey, Chase, this
hey.
isn't you.
No, that's the proboscis monkey.
Oh.
Proboscis means like big nose.
I
which
see
you
he has
can-
a big nose.
Yeah, you can see he's got a real big nose and a red face too. Kind of looks like, I don't know, Gerard Depardieu had like a shellfish reaction or something. But yeah, so
guy.
the males have like those huge noses, which
You
they
know,
use.
what's it for?
Only the males have them?
Mhm. It's used for 2 things. One,
Hold on,
it
is it going to be
attracts the
appropriate? Can
ladies.
you tell me what they use it for?
I think
Smelling.
so. Sure, that's the third.
Oh.
And then also, when they get threatened, it gets even bigger. It swells with blood and gets really engorged.
Okay.
And then it amplifies that honk.
This is unenlarged right now?
Yeah, that's like regular.
Is the honk also ugly? Like, I mean, can you give me a sample?
I mean, I don't think it's visually ugly.
What's
but
it sound like?
I'm gonna think it goes like.
You said I'm going to think that it... That's not how life works, Chase. You can't just make reality by thinking.
But it is, I mean, look, the look on his face, he knows that he's ugly, which is just sad.
You guys are saying he's ugly. I do think that there's parts of him that are ugly, but look at those eyes. He's got a nice set of eyes, almond eyes,
And he's got a part right down the center of
and
his
a
head.
really tight beard. Looks like he goes to a barber who cuts beards.
I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
The
you say
facial hair is
I say
amazing.
balding. It looks like he's balding to me.
Yeah, but nothing wrong with
That's
that.
hair. That's
There's no way that he is uglier than that thing. I mean, I'd be offended. He would be my friend.
yeah.
This thing, I'm running away.
I mean, I do have to point out that's his nose, but that's his nose.
Exactly.
So
I think it's a safe assumption to say we should at least put him at the 4th spot. Yeah, right.
He could be a
That's
friend.
less ugly. 'Cause
Yeah.
the lower the number of the uglier. This is the ugliest animal, right?
yeah, number 1.
Okay, moving
He could
along.
be a French actor.
Alex. Whoa, Alex. Good gracious.
I know.
Oh wow,
This is our friend the blobfish. I honestly feel like he kind of speaks for himself.
he speaks.
I'm
That thing can talk.
it looks like a guy who's just very sad and then started to melt, I feel like. So,
When you get so sad, you start to melt.
yeah, exactly.
Things get ugly.
It does look like a human.
Exactly.
Which makes it extra
You know
ugly.
what? Not a lot is known about the blobfish because it's in the deep sea, you know? And people think it's just
Well,
because
I know it now.
Yeah, the other animals got together and were like,
It is ugly.
Nah, you should stay down here.
I mean, if I had trust issues with you, I would think that you printed this off and then sharpied on eyes.
That's the
I
real
wouldn't even
deal.
think. I would think this would be like waste from another animal, like slime waste that you put eyeballs on.
Can you
Exactly.
prove that it's not just a sad man? Because
Look at that
Scientifically,
drool.
no.
Sad man's drooling too.
I mean, he has no muscles, and it could just be a really sad, out of shape man.
it's like an open casket of a person who died of sadness. I mean, I'm just sorry. That's ugly. That's really ugly.
I've heard of this thing, and the only context I've heard of it in is the context of ugly. So I think we're going to number
I'm
1
putting
with
it-
this baby.
Yeah, or do you want to hold out hope? You want to hold out
Okay,
hope?
yeah, put it at 2.
Let's hold out hope.
Let's
think
hope
that's
there's
a mistake.
something. I hope there's nothing uglier than that.
All right, moving along. Lizzie.
And interestingly, it does have a big nose.
What in the world, Lizzie? Koala bear?
Yep.
Yeah, allow me to explain.
Please do.
Unconventional choice, but I think I will be able to sway you to my side here. They have beady red eyes, number one. They have gummy fur. They have a terrible face to forehead to eyeball ratio. It's not good. It's like a child on LSD went to a Build-A-Bear and that just messed up hard.
There could be,
on LSD went to
I've never
Build-A-Bear.
thought of this before, but there could be a whole other face on top of the face.
Yes, who made it like that? It was
That
a
makes your
mistake.
forehead look small.
I'm starting to be a little offended here. This is hitting a little too close to home.
For the real kicker, though, they give you chlamydia. Like, what is uglier than an STD?
They gave you chlamydia?
What were you doing with the koala?
After hours at the zoo.
It's like
No,
revenge on an ex.
this is a thing. If it pees on you, you have to get treated for chlamydia without ever having done anything fun to get the chlamydia other than hold a koala, which is not fun because they're gross. And then you have to get shots. The One Direction kids got peed on by a koala, chlamydia.
All of them?
Well, 2 of them.
Okay, you have some compelling arguments, but the pee thing is not something I would know unless I got peed on.
Well, ugly on the inside and the outside, I would say.
Oh, double ugly.
Yeah.
Come on, Lizzie.
Also, they eat their mother's poop. Didn't know that, did you?
But listen, but by this argument, listen, you could swipe. What do you swipe, left or right, if you like somebody on Tinder?
Right, is it right?
Why you? I'm not an expert.
The way
Well,
that
right.
you.
Yes.
Okay. I think this is whether or not you would swipe right or left on this,
Oh,
because
left.
I don't know that this koala would pee on me or eat poop.
It looks
you don't
like it.
know
Look
that
at
until the
its
first
face.
date. So I
It's
feel like
got
you got to
an
go
evil
just on the
face.
swipe factor on this one, and it's still a little bear.
It is a bear.
Its actual Latin name means ash gray pocket bear. That is not attractive.
Here's what I'll say.
Ash.
I think the monkey's handsome, so I'm going to move him to 5, unless you got any objections, Link.
I have objections.
What? Chase? What?
That thing is way uglier than the
A koala.
Yeah,
No.
a koala is like universally known as cute to everyone but Lizzie. That thing has a nose that is huge.
Link, I defer to
that
you,
is
man.
ugly.
I'm willing to put the monkey in at 5,
Look at its eyes.
but Lizzie scared me a little bit. I feel like we should give her something.
The eyes are red. That's creepy.
Yeah.
But not ugly.
Sorry, Lizzie.
There's fur everywhere. If there was some skin,
It's
like,
still a bear.
Like if there was like skin exposed on
you
this thing
seen a
somewhere,
wet
I'd be like, ew, that's ugly.
Have you seen a wet one?
Wet koalas are the
Link,
ugliest
put
things
that up
ever.
here.
Well, you didn't post. That's not a wet koala.
That's a dry one. They're still bad.
What happens when they get wet?
They look like actual
gremlin.
monsters.
All
They
right,
look-
let's see if Mr. Kevin can usurp what's happening here.
Oh, I definitely can.
Oh.
What you're looking at right there is the the only animal ever named because locals would shriek when they would look at it.
Aye.
Just like that. To me, it kind of looks like a cracked out rat-bat mixture.
Cracked out rat bat.
Look at it. With old man hair, like that wispy, you know how old men sort of, you can see the baldness underneath and they still are hanging on to those few hairs?
Yeah.
That's what he's got.
And look, it's got a human hand. Oh,
Well,
there's a
actually,
human
no, look at the hand. The middle finger, that's 3 times bigger than all the other fingers.
Well, that could be come in handy.
It can, because he reaches into trees and pierces bugs and then stabs them out and then eats them. That's how that thing eats dinner. So the last thing is, this guy, when he gets out of his nest, he grooms himself for 30 minutes and he still looks like that.
And you said
Poor
the
guy.
locals. Where he's local to where?
Madagascar.
Oh,
I think
he's probably in that movie.
I think that when Lizzie looks at a koala, this is what she sees.
Yeah, right.
Lizzie, is there any discernible difference in your mind when you look at these 2 photos, or are you like ugly blind?
Koala blind? That one's kind of cute to me. That one,
gosh.
first of all, it's tried. It spent 30 minutes grooming itself, so I respect that. I mean, if I spend 30 minutes trying to put on my makeup and I look bad, it's not my fault. Like, it's trying.
Okay.
I'm just going to point out, you guys only have 1 slot left, and I think you've
That's not how it works.
done a pretty good job of organizing these already.
I think you should do like a meet in the forest test. Like if you were a cartoon and those were cartoons and you were going through the forest and you're singing and you saw them, what would your reaction be? My argument is just like, if you saw that mole, you wouldn't be like, oh, hello, fella.
Right. I'm in complete agreement. I think another thing you have to do is you have to equal the size. What if they were all the size of a building? You know what I mean?
A giant
that
blobfish.
koala's
That's an interesting
horrifying.
example.
So that to take the cute factor out, they're all the size of a building.
And that honk gets so much louder.
to me, if they're all the size of a building, you got King Kong, you got a big bear. Everybody likes a big bear. You got cracked out Batman. But it really, for me, comes down to these 2.
No. This thing is so ugly to me.
Really?
To me, I'm comfortable right now putting it in number 1, except for this.
No way.
I'm pretty comfortable with that, too.
He's humanoid. He's got features that, this one looks like a dead person. This one looks like just a person down on their luck.
If I was singing in the forest, I do like the test. I apply that test to many things in life. And I come upon this, I gingerly walk over it. But if I come upon this, I say, aye, and then I shriek and I run. I think this is going to attack me.
It's not a fear test, it's an ugly test.
Well, that's true.
Except the only one that if you actually came across in a forest, you have to go to the doctor for is the koala. That's the only one you can't touch.
True. That would
Okay,
just
this
be
is a great
unfortunate.
test, because you know what locals do when they actually see these things? They consider them an omen of evil and they kill them on sight.
Really? Do they eat them?
That is so
They don't eat
sad
them.
that he's now cute in my eyes
Yeah.
and deserves to be number 5.
The blobfish.
Yeah.
dies
There is a
as soon as it
sadness.
gets near.
I mean, rodents are rodents.
I think he had.
Oh, gosh.
there is a
I know
cute-
I'm ugly.
Hey, there is a cute factor to this.
Yeah.
You can,
So
no,
ugly.
you can't
So
decide.
ugly it's cute?
Yeah, but there's
That still says number 1 to me.
No.
If it gets cute because it's so ugly.
no. There's a cute factor. There's no way this is number 1. There's no universe in which that is number 1.
Go
It's
on,
got to
Rhett.
be these two. It's got to come down. Look at that. This has fingers and like a blown out butthole for a face, and this is a dead person that died of sadness. Which one's the ugliest? I rest my case
I'm
about
gonna
2 and 3,
say-
and then you just made the decision about the ugliest one.
I believe that this is so ugly to me. This one, at least, everywhere else is not ugly. Well, if you look at, I mean, that part's
It's
not
got
ugly.
some fur. Okay.
So let's move the blobfish to number 1, and let's put the ii at number 2. Is what I'm suggesting.
Okay, that's a compromise.
Let's do that.
This is a democracy. And
I'm
what
gonna
we have
I'm
determined.
gonna move him right up there.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The ugliest animals in the world, including the ugliest animal in the world,
The blobfish.
Congratulations, Alex.
Thanks, guys.
And
I had a feeling blobfish would come through for me on this one.
How do you feel about this? Do you agree with our consensus?
I'm sure you will let us know in the comments. So thank you for leaving those, for liking and subscribing and sharing this video.
You know what time it is.
My name is Meredith, and I just went to Graceland, and it's time to spin the Wheel of Mythicality.
You don't have to be a member of the Mythical Crew to be on the show. You can be on the show by submitting a Wheel of Mythicality video, and that's a little bit different this season. Follow the link in the description or go to redlink.com/contact to fill out that form and submit your video.
Click through to Mythical More. We're going to get some animal encounter stories from the crew.
Beatboxing donkeys.
Now it kind of might all make sense that maybe you guys shouldn't have put me in charge of that fire episode.
Yeah, that should be on your resume.
You gotta told that story before.